There is a wonderful add-on in Blender that, at least in my experience, surprisingly few people use. It is called Scatter Objects. It is built in, fast, and quite powerful for quick scattering of instances all over your terrain. And since it's free, I figured it would be a pity if people didn't know about it. Before I start, a little disclaimer. For the purpose of this video, I decided to grab this recently launched stylized flora library, which I absolutely fell in love with. It comes with an asset pack full of these wonderful grasses, trees and shrubbery models, which can be easily scattered all over your meshes. And that's where this Scatter Objects add-on comes in. You just activate it up here, and then it is as easy as selecting your chosen assets and shift selecting the terrain over which you want the scattering to happen. And then find this option here in the object menu. I in fact recommend right-clicking and saving it into your favorites right off the bat, so that you can access it faster next time by hitting Q for the favorites menu. And now you just start painting over your terrain, and this trail with blue cubes appears on it. The cubes of course represent the assets you've selected, randomly scattered as instances, and the menu where you can control this placement is a bit hidden right here. You can set the density of the scattering, the scale, and also how far the assets will go from this line you've painted. There is scale randomness of course, and some options for the orientation and rotation. And the obligatory seed option. Judging the size of your particles is a bit difficult based on these proxies alone, but that's how it works in this add-on. And once you're happy with the placement, you just hit enter, and that's it. Each time you do this, a new collection of scattered objects is created, and onto these your instances are placed. Watch out though, after you hit enter, you cannot access the painted strokes and the menu that drives them anymore. What you can do, however, is edit these little triangles in these scatter objects, changing the placement of individual assets, scaling them, and even rotating them. So yeah, after this, all happens on an individual basis, but that's actually sometimes very convenient to have the option to just grab individual instances and move them or delete them. You will probably notice these little triangles poking through your terrain. These indicate the placement of the instances and will actually not appear in your final render. If, however, you want to hide them even in the render preview mode, you just select the duplicator object, go to this menu here, and in instancing, disable viewport. If you select multiple of these duplicators, you can do it for them all at once by holding down Alt when unclicking this option. Done. I actually learned about this tool from none other than Zach Reinhardt from CG Boost. In his Cubic Worlds course, he puts this add-on to great use. So yeah, thanks Zach. And if you want to grab the course, find the link below. I can wholeheartedly recommend it. Admittedly, this tool is limited in what it can do, so there's just a fraction of options when compared to, for example, the amazing Scatter add-on. However, in my experience, every now and then you just want to quickly scatter around a bunch of models you've put into your scene. And that is where this Scatter Objects add-on really shines. It regularly saves me a lot of time. You just grab a few objects, paint where you want them, set a few parameters, and bam, they're scattered in your scene. I hope this little tool helps you speed up your Blender workflows. Stay creative, my friends, and until next time, Martin out.